Hey guys, welcome back. So since it's a holiday week, I figured a lot of you guys are busy, so I'm not going to put out my usual how to make beer thing. I'm just going to drink some beer. So I actually was looking for pumpkin beers given Thanksgiving. No one has them. Looked for like a lot of the Christmas beers that come out, also very difficult to find. So I just kind of got what I could. So I've got 4 here. Honestly, some of these are widely distributed. I think Aero Lodge isn't, but the rest are pretty readily available if you've got a great bottle shop. I actually went to Valley Bev, and if you're in California, like, you probably have heard of them. They have an incredible selection. It is insane. So let's go low ABV to high ABV, because a lot of these have way too high of ABV for me to be drinking. All right, so what we have here is a Golden Road. I have a Golden Road Christmas cart, a Yeti, a Great Divide Peppermint Bark Yeti, a Evil Twin Hot Toddy-ish, and an Aero Lodge Fuzzy Sweater. So they're all wintry, I guess, whatever. These 3 are Imperial. This is like really low, actually. It's like, what is it? I don't know, it's like 4% or something. 6%, oh, 6%, cool. Well, I'm really setting myself up for a day. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Golden Road's Christmas cart. This is a wheat ale brewed with cherries and spices. It's pink. All right, I'm actually just gonna pour these so I can actually drink them by the time I get. All right, let's start. So, hazy wheat with cherries. You can obviously tell. Head's super white. Smells a little Belgian, like one of those Belgians that they make with cherries or something. I don't have words today, so I'm just here drinking. Super light. It honestly tastes a little Belgian-y. It kind of tastes like a Belgian pale if you threw some cherries in it. Doesn't strike me as a wheat at all, but it's pretty good. It's, I think it's the spices giving it the Belgian vibe. It's like, I mean, Belgians are supposed to get their spice from the yeast, but this obviously had spices added. I'm not sure if it tells you what spices. Not looking like it. Keep your secrets, Golden Road. This is really good though. This kind of reminds me of like a bunch of the cranberry beers I usually make over Thanksgiving, so this would pair really well with a Thanksgiving meal. It's really light, fruity, little tart, which I think always pairs really well with like the super heavy foods. This is gonna be your like meal drinking beer, and these are gonna be like your dessert beers. All right, so I don't remember what this is. Peppermint Bark Yeti. Oh, this is gonna be right up my alley. I love peppermint bark. It's one of those things like I can make myself sick on it because I will not stop eating it if you put it in front of me. So this is an Imperial stout with peppermint chunks, vanilla, and chocolate. I'm like concerned for my soberness. No. This is, this Golden Road is 6%. This one is 9, I thought I saw. 9.5. It's by Great Divide out of Denver. You can find Yeti pretty universally, I think. At least they show up here a lot anyway. I don't know. Distribution channels it's like Colorado goes west, and you guys in New England are just, you don't get any of our stuff. So, oh well. All right. So you do get the peppermint. It kind of breaks up the like rich chocolatiness of the stout aroma. I feel like stouts always kind of remind me of either chocolate, like really dark chocolate, or coffee. This one is definitely on the chocolate side. It does have chocolate in it, so that makes sense. Oh, it smells good. What I love about peppermint bark is it's so sweet, but somehow the peppermint breaks the sweetness to kind of make it refreshing. So I'm not a huge sweet person, except for my beers. I literally get all my sugar from beer. So that's a good dessert. Balance is key. All right. Ooh, oh man, I'm gonna have to go buy more of this. Wow. Doesn't taste like a 9.5. I would call this like a 7. It's really sweet, but again, the peppermint breaks it. It gives it a really interesting flavor that I don't think I've ever had in beer before. It's, man, it's really fascinating. Yeah, it's, you know, it's so well balanced. I feel like I could drink this whole can, honestly, and I'd be a huge mess. You get some of the stout dark chocolate bitterness on the middle of your tongue, but it's just, the peppermint just washes everything away. It's like fascinating. I love it. It's not superly carbonated, which I think probably, you know, Imperials usually aren't. They're so thick that, like, how much CO2 can you really get into them? And I have a strong feeling this is gonna be a winner. Not that I was planning on comparing these, like, in that kind of sense, but oh well. The next one is Evil Twin. You guys probably, I don't know if I've, like, expressed this on the internet, but I'm obsessed with Evil Twin, like, hardcore. I love Evil Twin. Holy crap, they make some good beer. It's like, if I know someone who's into beer and, like, from New York or visited New York, like, you know, Evil Twin? And then that's an entire conversation. So anyway, this beer is inspired by hot toddies. I love hot toddies. I am a bourbon drinker if I'm not drinking beer. So, I mean, hot toddies are just what I drink when I'm sick, honestly. Not that I should be drinking when I'm sick, but they're really comforting and they just kind of lend themselves to winter and they're fantastic to have. So this is a barley wine style ale. And it says that it is shaken up with bourbon type flavoring, honey, lemon, and cinnamon. So we will see. I'm not a huge barley wine person. This is 10%. They can usually be really sweet and cloying. Like if you do a good barley wine, like you're a great brewer. I feel like they're really easy to screw up. I've never even tried. Okay, but let's try it. Oh, it has something I can't place. Almost like a woodiness. Oh, I bet it's the bourbon. Duh. Yeah, it definitely has like a bourbon lemon smell. Like, huh, that's so interesting that carries through. It kind of smells like a hot toddy. That's wild. It smells like it's got some alcohol to it too. All right. Ooh. That's interesting. I feel like I got a peppermint out of my mouth. Okay. Now I'm going to take a real taste since I swished some. I don't know if you handed this to me and just told me to drink it if I would know it was beer. It definitely screams, there's a vague barley wineness to this, but it's so like underplayed that it really just kind of tastes like a hot toddy. It, I don't know, like, the way I make hot toddies is, I don't think the right way, but I like actually make like hot tea and then put bourbon, lemon, and honey in it. And that's like exactly what this tastes like. I think the barley is actually kind of functioning as the tea would in what I call a hot toddy. I think it's just, I don't think there's usually tea in it, but you guys, I don't know shit about cocktails. Yeah, I don't get any cinnamon. I don't know where that is. It's probably like hidden in the barley, but you do get a lot of lemon. But it doesn't taste like a sour beer at all. It tastes like you squeezed a lemon in it and you're just drinking like lemony bourbony tea. That's wonderful. Man, I got some good beers. I'm like so excited. It's always hit or miss if you're gonna pull stuff off the shelves, and these guys have like hundreds of cans of all different stuff. It's like, I was looking for specific things too. I was looking for like a Prairie Christmas Bomb and Anderson Valley Winter Solstice, and they didn't have either of those, so I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna try like all these new beers on camera for the first time, and it's gonna go great. Okay, so last one is Fuzzy Sweater. I just really like the label. It's by Arrow Lodge. Arrow Lodge makes some great beers. They're in California. And so this is a Imperial pastry stout with peanut butter and marshmallow fluff. It sounds like dessert. It's 13% alcohol. I don't know why anyone makes over 8% beer. How can you even drink them? I've had like a sip of them and I'm like, ooh. All right. This smells like, kind of like cocoa actually. Like cocoa powder. Not getting any, maybe a little nuttiness, but like it doesn't smell like peanut butter in any way. It smells like booze though. That's really smooth. For 13%, I'm really impressed. I'm really not picking up the peanut butter or marshmallow. It just kind of tastes like an Imperial stout to me. Yeah, I would say it's more chocolatey than anything. But it's really like round and smooth. And it's super sweet, but it's such high alcohol. I think it's okay. Honestly, I would pour myself like one of those taster glasses of this and I could probably finish it. But other than that, it's so in your face. It's just like got a lot of presence. And, I think sitting by a fire and it being freezing out, I would love this, but I'm in a t-shirt and I think it's 80 degrees outside. And it's almost November. So it's hard to like actually review winter beers when it never feels like winter where you live. Yeah, I really think all of these beers were made incredibly well. I guess, I was talking to the guy at Valley Bev, and with COVID, it seems like a lot of breweries aren't putting out their seasonal offerings or aren't distributing their seasonal offerings. Like I went to Frogtown Brewery in Frogtown, LA, and I had their Broken Vessel Imperial Pumpkin Ale, and holy crap, that is amazing. So I think if you want holiday beers, you're gonna have to actually go to breweries this year. There's little room in the market for speculation right now. Everyone's still hurting from COVID, so distribution it seems like distribution has kind of shrunk to, what everyone knows people will buy. There's tons of hazies on the shelves, there's always IPAs, whatnot, and then your just classic stouts and whatnot. But yeah, seasonal, it's always hard to sell through seasonal stuff anyway, so yeah. But I think all these four are great, and they're obviously distributed. If I could find these, I assume you guys will be able to some degree. I do think that Great Divide Yeti is my favorite. If you guys find that, give it a try. It is pretty great. I am going to go back to the store and go get some more, I think. It's kind of expensive, though. When you go to the fancy bottle shops, everything's friggin' expensive. You can buy 3 beers and it's $30, so what can you do? Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have great holidays, and I will see you guys next time with a brewing video.